Hey, Shalom Shalom Mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. I'm your host, Rabbi Yehuda Ben Shomer, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Deliverance Ministries. Now, I was raised in a Christian background. I was raised Free Will Baptist. As I grew older, I started leaning more towards the Pentecostal and Charismatic movements, and so I guess I kind of labeled myself a Baptist-costal. So I do believe in the fivefold ministry, and I believe in the gifts of the Spirit. I believe they're still relevant today. I believe in Deliverance Ministries, and I have myself been involved in Deliverance Ministries and have participated in several deliverances of the demonic. So I've encountered these things, and I'm by no means a seasoned expert, but neither am I green. I'm neither green-horned or wet behind the ears. But as I have grown in my Netzari/Messianic walk in Torah and in Messiah, I discovered some things that were greatly disturbing me regarding my preconceived ideas of deliverance ministries and how I used to practice deliverance. I realized there's a lot of flesh that can get in the way. A lot of flesh that masquerades as the Spirit. And I really think the demons just hold their gut and turn over and just fall on the floor laughing at us. Some of us who are involved in these deliverance ministries. Used to, I believe that, you just had to be strong. You had to be resolute. You had to lay hands on that person and say, in the name of Jesus! And you just had to really... But it's theatrics. Most of it is emotionalism and theatrics. And one thing I discovered is when you get angry, when you're in the midst of the process of deliverance and ministry in that capacity, that anger actually feeds the enemy, and the enemy gets stronger, and you come at a stalemate in that deliverance process. It feeds off of those misguided negative energies. Am I saying that anger is in and of itself wrong? No, there's such a thing as righteous indignation, righteous anger, as Yeshua displayed when he turned the table over the money changers. But not once in deliverance ministry do you see him get all mad and riled and just flailing around and saying, I command you, demons, to blah, What does it say that Yeshua did in deliverance ministry? It says he spoke a word. He just spoke a word. He didn't get all riled up. And I think that we in our flesh and we in our humanity think of spiritual warfare as some glorified, grandiose kind of thing, and our mind gravitates towards, Terminator and Rambo and all these muscle-bound heroes, and we may not be that physically, but spiritually we're like that, and it's flesh. It's flesh, it's theatrics, and it's emotionalism. I'm not saying that there's no need to get intense, there's no need to get serious. Yes, you need to be firm, you need to be resolute, you need to be serious. But you know what? Anger and all that theatrics cloud the mind, and I and others I've witnessed have been fooled in the midst of deliverance ministries because they've given way to these feel-good fleshly episodes of theatrics and anger when you're battling the enemy and the forces of darkness and in Jesus' name, all this. It says that Yeshua spoke a word. You don't even read about the Sheliachim, the apostles who were involved in deliverance ministries, that they shouted and I command you. I was really convicted one time regarding, I command you in the name of, because, hey, even the angels are smart enough to realize that they can't say, I command you in the name of Yeshua or in the name of Yudhe-Vavhe or whatever. They said in the book of Yehuda, the book of Jude, when the angel was disputing over the body of Moshe, he said, you know what? Let Yudhe-Vavhe rebuke you. And yes, we are joint heirs with Messiah Yeshua. Yes, we are heirs to the kingdom. We do have authority in Messiah. But who are we to flaunt and to go on about this? I command you. See the emphasis on I command you. It feeds our selfish nature. It feeds our lust, our fallen lust for power and authority. And yes, we have this authority in Messiah Yeshua to cast out demons and what have you. But it's in His name. We do it in His name, and we do it through Him. So I have learned to stop saying, I rebuke you and I command you. I say, let Yudhe-Vavhe rebuke you. Let Yeshua rebuke you. By the name and power and the blood of Yeshua, may Yeshua, Mashiach, rebuke you. May Yudhe-Vavhe rebuke you. And may Yudhe-Vavhe rebuke you and come out of this person in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. I've stopped saying I. Because it's not me. I'm not doing the deliverance. I'm just a open vessel. I am a conduit. I'm a channel in which that deliverance is being taken place. I'm sort of like a transformer on the top of a telephone pole. It transforms this electricity into something more manageable that the wires can carry. And with this power of Elohim, it's channeled into a human vessel, a human being, as a transformer, so to speak, and it's able to be dispersed and used in tolerable doses to the people that you're ministering to and that are involved in this deliverance process. And another thing that I discovered is I can't deliver anyone. I can say in the name of Yeshua all I want, but if the person that I'm attempting to deliver is not on the same page as I am, if they still have a hidden sin or love that hidden power that demonic entity gives them, that demon's not going to come out. It's going to hide and throw out all these other little tiny minions that are below him, and he's going to hide. It happened once. I seen it happen myself. And that one demon hid itself and later revealed itself again, saying, ha, you thought you got me, but you didn't. And that person was 7 times worse. It was a hard, painful lesson learned. But if the person doesn't want to be delivered, you can't, no matter how many times you say in the name of Yeshua, it's not going to happen. That person has to want to be delivered, has to want to be cleansed, has to want to be forgiven. And what did Yeshua say to the woman who grabbed onto his seat? He said, it's your faith that made you whole. It's the faith of the one who needs to be delivered, who wants to be delivered, that believes in what you're doing, is what releases that power and energy for them to be delivered and for them to be transformed. Not the formulation of magical words in the name of Yeshua or whatever. No, it's not about that. You're just a conduit. You're just a vessel. You're just a channel. You're just the middleman. You're just the delivery boy for the power of Elohim. And the recipient receiving this power of Elohim in tolerable doses has to want. They have to be an open channel. They have to be a flipped-on switch for that power to hit them. You know, there's power surging through my walls right now from my light sockets and from my light switches, but it's not open to that unless I flip the switch on to be open to that power. And it's the same with the person being delivered. Their faith is that trigger switch that flips open the channel that allows them to receive this divine healing, revelatory, delivering type power of Yudhe-Vavhe. So these are some of the things that I know that are running rampant in Pentecostal and charismatic movements and in other parts of Christianity. And I wanted to address this, and I know I'll probably get a lot of people who oppose what I'm saying or do not agree with what I'm saying, but you know, it says that Yeshua spoke a word. And it's not about discovering what the name of the demon is, and it's not getting the demon to speak to you and give information, because they're lying spirits. You just tell them to shut up in Yeshua's name. You just tell them to leave and to get out. You don't need to know their name. You don't need to know the personal history of this demon. It's the person that's important, not the demon. You may know what the demon is and what the demon represents and what the demon has dominion and power over. It doesn't mean you have to know his name in order for that demon to come out. You just say the name. You just say the word. You just speak it. You don't get all, hot and bothered and in a tizzy about it to get it done. We are gentle warriors. We've got to have clear heads, steady hearts, and steady minds, and be firm and resolute. And the only way we can do that is to be focused on Yudhe-Vavhe and on that person, not on how it comes out of us. Not the feel-good feelings of that has nothing to do with it, folks. I've been on both sides. I've been in the Jesus movements and the Pentecostal and charismatic movements where they go all crazy and wild in deliverance. And I've been on this side of it, and I've seen that there's more power, there's more focused concentration and resoluteness in this, and something that can get done and get the job done faster and more efficient and in the right way. It's not about rituals. It's not about all this other theatrics. It's just about being serious, having belief and faith yourself, and having that other person open to what you're doing and want what you're doing and be on the same page as you, and you just speak the word and say the name. Simple as that. And just a focused, serious, loving yet firm tone. And it's going to happen. I've seen it work. There's more power than just riling up the flesh, because as I said before, that just feeds the enemy, and it makes them stronger in the process of you trying to deliver this person in Yudevav's name, in Yeshua's name. And it's harder. So you draw the process out and you wear yourself out. That demon's job and that demon's focus is to wear you down physically. He wants you to get mad. He wants you to get riled up because he feeds off that negative energy, and he is able to cloud your mind that way and wear you down. And that's why deliverance are drawn out over a 2-hour, 4-hour process. It's not the way it should be. I'm not saying it's going to happen wham, bam, boom, and just do it really quickly, but you save your energy and the time is cut shorter when you just speak the word. When you speak in Yeshua's name, may Yudhevavhe rebuke you, and in Yeshua's name come out of this person. And that's what it's about. That's what it takes, not this grandiose, theatrical, flesh-induced, emotion-induced high and gestures, because it's going to wear you down and it's going to draw you out. It's not what it's about, folks. So I wanted to address this very important issue, and hope you've been educated and enlightened and encouraged by it. Thanks again for watching. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Bye-bye.